What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and today we're going to look at the Kentucky Pro Style Playbook in College Football 25. This is what you would call the Mark Stoops offense. He's more of a defensive guy at heart. Now, he's been there for about 12 seasons, and he's been through a lot of offensive coordinators since he's been there, and Kentucky's not known for their offense. However, this playbook is really cool. It's got a nice combination of things. It's pro style heavy, very emphasizing the jet sweeps and screens. If you like jet sweeps and you like screens, play action off of all of that, this may be the playbook for you. So we'll go through the formations and concepts and play types and personnel. And hopefully by the end of the video, you have a good idea of what this playbook is all about. Now, I have created a cheat sheet for this playbook. I'll leave a link in the description below. Make sure you go check that out if you're interested in that. Now, this is a very similar playbook to the Washington playbook we looked at a few weeks ago. Pro style, very jet sweep heavy. But this one has its own little spin on how to do things. So let's start off with the formations. The majority of the playbook is shotgun. However, we got a nice healthy dose of some single back. This is where I want to start. Single back, under center, starting off ace close. This is a 12 personnel look. We got another 12 personnel look with wing slot. And then we got deuce close. That's still 12 personnel. And then you off trips. Guess what? More 12 personnel. So if you love your tight ends, you're really going to like this playbook. Then we got tight slots. This is our first 11 personnel look from under center. And then we got doubles north. That is a very unique formation in this game. I think Kentucky's one of the very few that has it. And then we got doubles Y off, and then we're back to ace close. So when it comes down to this single back, it all starts here. Jet sweeps. Starting off with ace close, we got your basic series here, jet sweep, the fake off of that, and play action built off of it. You go to wing slot, guess what? More jet sweep action. Then we got 6 plays out of this. We got a slash, we got a PA boot, and the jet split zone on top of the basic stuff. And guess what? We got even more jet sweep action. Halfback power, jet PA boot slide, and a PA power built on top of that. Deuce close does not have any pre-snap motion, no jet sweep. You off trips, it does not either. Tight slots, we do have some. We got jet sweep. I'm going to go ahead and just select one. Basic jet sweep, everybody's ran this stuff before, but they just do it a bunch of different ways, different looks, and hopefully you can get some blocking out of it. It just kind of comes down to if you can get that or not. But either way, jet sweep, you got to love it. And anything that kind of comes with it. Here, you can get some decent gains possibly. Either way, jet sweep, start off here, and then you work around that. So I suggest you use plenty of single back if you're going to run a bunch of jet sweep. You go to doubles north. Look, more series-based jet sweep. We also got doubles Y off. This one has at least 9 plays of nothing but jet sweep-based action. Your jet sweep, your split zone. I'm going to call split zone. There's not a lot of plays that has the jet sweep split zone look. I think this is pretty cool if you enjoy the split zone action from your offensive line and your tight end coming off the line right there. Really cool stuff. And guess what? We got screens built on top of that. Play actions. We also got more play action and more play action on top of that. It's just incredible how much stuff is in this particular playbook in terms of jet sweeps. I'm going to go ahead and call this one. Interesting stuff. A little combination of things. He's wide open. Go to him. Nice. Going to pick up a decent gain right there. Again, it's all about the jet sweep if you're going to do any under center stuff with this playbook, and I suggest you do. This is the main reason why you pick this playbook for all of this jet sweep type stuff. But that's just the single back. We got a couple pistol formations. We got full house. That is technically a 30 personnel. Either that or they call that 84 a tight end. Either way, you got your full house and you got wing flex close. That is definitely 12 personnel. So you go here and look. It's your typical play action run stuff. Nothing too crazy. You go to wing flex close. We do have a little bit more jet sweep. We got your fake jet. We even got an RPO built on top of that. So mix some of that in along with your single back. And you got a full offense just off of this stuff alone if you want it. However, we have a whole lot more stuff to look at, and that's in the shotgun. The rest of it is over here with all these formations that I think you're really going to like. Starting off with wing slot week. This is a 12 personnel look, 18 plays there. Then we got stack halfback week. This is the first of a bunch of 11 personnel formations. 12 plays there. We got stack Y off week. Then we got Y trips week. Y off trips nasty. Then we got Y off trips. Y off trips week. Trips tight end offset. And then we finally get to our first 10 personnel look. And this is one of the positives of this playbook. It's very personnel friendly. Then we got trips halfback week, another 10 personnel look. Then we got trips offset. So we got several 10 personnel looks, and I'm a big fan of that. Then we got 5 wide receiver flex tray. This is technically a 0-1 personnel, no halfbacks, but 1 tight end. There's 85, your number 1 tight end right there. So you see a lot of versatility with these formations in terms of the shotgun and the single back. You go through here, I always just kind of want to look for the pre-snap movement and such, and you're going to notice, and I'm just quickly going through these, notice there's just not a ton of jet sweeps until you get to some pre-snap motion here. That this isn't jet sweep, this is motion swing, your halfback swing stuff. Make sure you mix some of that in. If you're going to do a lot of pre-snap motion, you might as well use some of it. You keep on going through here. You got some more halfback swings. So you're going to notice the big theme in the shotgun. It's halfback swings under center. It is jet sweeps. Trips, tight end, offset. Keep on going. There's none there. Spread offset. I don't see any there. Trips halfback weak. Trips offset. Then you got 5 wide receiver flex trade. Notice there just wasn't a ton of pre-snap motion other than that halfback swing stuff we saw in 3 formations. That's it. This stuff right here. So if you're going up against somebody who really knows this playbook and they see you go under center, they're probably thinking jet sweep because there's no jet sweep in the shotgun, but you got your halfback motion swing stuff from here. But if you're going up against the AI, then it doesn't make a difference. But either way, I just wanted to point out some of those trends right there. So I just quickly went through the formations right there. I really want to get through the personnel and concepts after this. Let's talk about personnel. You go to 12 personnel. We've already looked at this. We got several 12 personnel looks. I like that. You also got plenty of 11. This is where the bulk of most playbooks start, is this 11 personnel stuff. 23, that's your goal line. But we also got some true 4 wide stuff. Again, a nice versatility of personnel groupings. Your 32 is your QB Neal, and your full house is your 30 personnel. So I guess they're treating that 84, who's technically a tight end, as a running back. 21 personnel, that's just your clock management. And there's that 01 personnel, 5 wide receiver flex tray. So again, a lot of versatility, as it should be, because it's considered a pro-style playbook. Now let's talk about some concepts. This is where it gets really fun. Notice the play counts. We got a ton of runs, an absolute boatload of runs, more than medium pass, more than deep pass. It's a very run-heavy playbook. That's what Mark Stoops likes to do, and that's where we're going to start. Starting off, true jet sweeps. We got 5 of those. We've already looked at some of those earlier. You got 24 inside zones, and notice those are off. A lot of them are built off that jet sweep we looked at earlier. But you got some pulling action, your inside zone splits, things of that nature. But your run game starts here, especially if you're going to mix in that jet sweep stuff. You might as well do some of this jet split zone, things of that nature. We got 15 counters. That is an absolute boatload, but it is a pro-style offense, so counter is kind of a big deal. And you notice all the different kinds of run concepts we have here, as we should. Again, it's pro-style. 2 ISOs. We got 7 powers. You even got a power off of a jet sweep, which I think is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and just call something random here. Get a little pulling action with the guard. Not bad there. See if you can pick up any kind of yardage. But either way, that's just another unique way to show them some window dressing. Again, with that jet sweep look. We got 9 draws. That's quite a bit, especially if you're going to do any drop back passing. You got plenty to choose from. 11 outside zones. You got some pistol. You got some shotgun. You do it from single back. So you can go up the middle to the outside. You could do power. You could do counter. You even have some sweeps. These are some tosses right here. Then we got 2 whams. Wham is not a very popular run concept in this game. You don't see it in too many playbooks, but it's in here if you need it. You're pretty much double teaming the A gap more or less with stuff like that. With that tight end, I don't know if you noticed, he went up and took over that defensive tackle. Great block right there. So you got 2 of those. Just a nice variety of run concepts. And we got 3 true reverses. We got some DIY tosses. We got a stretch reverse, if you like those. So again, just look at all the different kinds of stuff you could do just by running the ball, just by handing the ball off to your halfback. Now let's talk about option. Notice we don't have nowhere near as many option plays as run, and this is not an option playbook, but we do have some things in here. Notice we got a little bit of everything, just not a whole lot of anything. We got 12 RPO alerts. If you were an RPO alert guy, and these come from all different kinds of varieties. I'm a bubble guy. I'm going to go ahead and select one of these. It's been a while since I've called one of these. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just go to the swing or to the bubble. Pretty easy read right there. I just read the corner defending him. He just went to the box. Just good little play. But you got 12 of these. You got one inverted veer, which I think is an odd addition to this playbook, but it's in here. We got 2 load options. These are technically speed options. We even have a midline option. I think this is really interesting. So you go back over to this inverted veer. Notice what formation that's from. Gun wing slot weak. Look at the midline option play. Gun wing slot weak. So when you go back to your formations, go back to this play. It's your first one in your shotgun group. This is where you get into like shotgun wing T type stuff. Look at here, buck sweep read option, pulling guards. You got play action off of that with that inverted veer, and we're going to see the inverted veer here in a little bit. You got counter U. I just wanted to point this out. It's just a unique combination of things. It's very, it's just a wing T vibe to it for it being a pro style playbook. That's why I find it pretty interesting. This is probably like my favorite formation of the entire playbook, just because it's just different. I don't think many teams would expect you to use this in a pro style playbook. Either way, buck sweep, read option, things of that nature. I think it's pretty cool. But we still got some other things to look at. Read option, 9 of them here. Speed option, we looked at those 2. We even got a triple option play. Again, it's just weird. We got a triple option. We got 1 midline. We got 1 inverted veer. You don't pick this playbook for these plays, but I'm just saying it's in here. Zone option, 2 of those. It's more speed option. Then we got 3 RPO reads. Then we got 3 peaks. But again, it's all about pro style. It's all about having just a little bit of everything, even some of these option things, which I find pretty interesting. Let's look at quick pass. Not a ton here, but we got some things. We got 3 Ohios. We got 1 Omaha. You got 10 slants, and as you would imagine, you're going to have 11 sticks. So slant and stick always go together. I'm going to go ahead and select stick. It's been a while since I've called one of these. Good old air raid concept. Let's see if I can make this look good. Hit this little stick route. Very simple. He was wide open at your first read right there. Really good stuff. So you'll go back and forth between stick and slant because a lot of these stick plays will have backside slants built into them and vice versa. Now let's talk about medium pass. We got, as you can see here, a little bit of everything. We got 4 choices. We got 12 curls. Keep that in mind. That's a high number for this playbook. This is actually a low number for some other playbooks I've seen, but you got 12 curls here. You got 8 double moves. That's kind of a high number. You got 3 drives. You got 4 levels. So drive and levels go together. Levels is like a souped up version of drive. Drive is your dig with a drag underneath going to the same direction. Levels is usually a third one going underneath it of some sort, like level sail you see over here on the right. 3 little dig routes. Mesh built into that. You got 6 of those. Then you got 1 pivot. Couple Salems. You got a shake. You got 4 shallow cross. Shallow cross is just built in with that other stuff we just looked at. Slot cross, 3 of those. We got 21 smash. This is pretty common. For most of these playbooks, you're going to have a good selection of smash, whether you like your variety of your flag and hitch or your corner and flat combo. You got 3 spots and you got 2 Texas. So out of all of this, just do a combination of your mesh, your levels, your drive, and your shallow cross. It just digs and drags just in different combinations of things. But definitely don't forget your smash and your curl. Those are your other 2 real popular concepts. Let's go to deep pass. We got some good stuff here. So think, this is a pro style offense. You're going to run the ball a lot, which means you're going to do a lot of play action on top of that, which means you're also going to go deep in various circumstances. So we got 10 floods. You're just flooding one side of the field. I'm going to go ahead and select one of these. Flood's pretty, I wouldn't call it simple, but you're really just trying to really put pressure on the defense on one end. Something like this, good little play right there. The killer zone beater on one side when you're flooding one field, and you got a backside man beater on the other. Really nasty things there. But you got 10 of those. We got 4 comebacks. We got 4 daggers, more dig-based things. Then we got 4 divides. Divide is your go post route combo. You got 8 double post. That's actually a high number. You got 11 verticals. You got 3 meals. Guess what? More post and digs. Portland, and you got 22 shot plays. Going over the top. Run. Play action. Hit them over the top. Attack those safeties. You got 4 switches, and you got 1 wide cross. So a lot of this is going to be your shot play, your verticals, and pretty much your floods. I'd really want to focus on those. Let's talk about play action. Now, we all know this ain't all the play actions, but it says we got 4 boots and we got 11 slides. So slide is when you got that tight end going to the opposite side for like a little flat route of some sort. That's actually a high number, but you notice, and actually you got one from a halfback, which is pretty cool, out of pistol full house. That's technically a tight end. But what's cool about the boots is you go back to your formations, just kind of notice a theme here with some of these tight ends. Look at the tight end. He's off the line, off the line, off the line. You're going to get a lot of PA slide action when you see that tight end off like that. All right, let's go back to concepts. Screens, we got a handful of screens. So I talked about this earlier. This is a very screen-heavy offense for it being pro style. We got 6 bubble screens. We've seen some of these already with some of those RPOs. We got 10 flanker / split end screens. And we got 4 wide receiver mid screens. But if you go over to play type and you go to pass and you go over to screen pass, we got 27 true old school screen plays. That is a lot, especially for a pro style offense like this one. Throw in those RPOs and you got more screens than you know what to do with. And guess what? A lot of these are built off that jet sweep we've been talking about the entire video. Play action. Look at that number, 59. This is what you do. You run, you jet sweep, you play action, you go over the top, you throw some screens at them. Hopefully you're moving the ball and you just repeat that process over and over and over again. Shotgun pass. We got a bunch of those as per usual. Standard pass, you're going to have quite a few of these. These are all your non-shotgun dropbacks and, of course, your 5 quicks. Let's talk about some runs. We've already looked at these in different view, but we got 43 inside handoff. It all starts there, and you work your way on out. Outside, 19. This is a high number compared to a lot of playbooks out there. You got your 4 pitches, your bunch of counters, 15 there, 9 draws. If you're going to do any drop back passing, you might as well throw these in. Your 1 fullback run, and you got a couple of QB runs. One of them is an actual QB wrap. And again, look with the formation. Gun wing slot weak. It's that old school weird stuff. It's a good high school offense built into this thing, which I think is just really fascinating. Let's talk about your options. Again, you do not pick this playbook to run much option. However, you got this stuff. Guess where it all starts? Gun wing slot weak. Run you some bug sweep, some midline. Attack that defensive tackle. Power read. Speed option. Look at it. It's still from gun wing slot weak. That's awesome. You have a true option formation. I think that's just really cool how they threw that in. And then last but not least, we got these RPOs. You did not pick this playbook because of the RPOs, but you got some cool things in here. You got a couple of reads. You got 4. Let me go back here. Play type. I don't know what happened there. Let's say RPO. So you got your 4 peaks and you got 12 alerts. Your RPOs are pretty much going to start here, and you just kind of work your way on top of that. So just to sum things up, it's a pro style offense. It's very jet sweep heavy, run, play action over the top. If you like a good mix of shotgun and single back with a ton of screens, I think this playbook is for you. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.